Good evening. Sorry it is late. Our formally scheduled program will not be happening. So we will be continuing our reading of Maccabees. Because, yeah, why not? So, take your pills. Make sure you take your pills. Pack a bowl. Grab your smokes. Get comfy. Make sure you have your nightly reward, your bedtime beverage of whatever sort you have. Cheers! We are on Maccabees 9, and I figured out what happened. Well, kinda. I figured some things out. Eleazar was called by the other name, Avaraz. He didn't call him. That was what they called Eleazar. And Eleazar is the one who died on with the elephant landed on him. It was that guy that died. Antiochus is an Asian, and I said all these guys. No. Just Nebuchadnezzar and his sons. And I think maybe even Darius. That whole line, I think, is Asian. Demetrius, he's a Greek. And I don't know what uh mm, um damn what the hell is his name now? Uh Antiochus, that was the one. It was Antiochus and Nebuchadnezzar I thought were Asian, and it turns out at least one of them is. So, and I don't know, because I was pretty sure Darius killed Antiochus, but somehow he was alive in the last book, or the last chapter. So, Judas is not the one who died under the elephant. Eleazar is. So, death of Judas. The saddest shit ever. When Demetrius heard that Nicanor and his army had fallen in battle, he sent Bacchide and Alcimus into the land of Judah along with the right wing of his army. Okay, Demetrius sent the right wing. They took the road to Galilee and camping opposite the ascent at Arbela, they captured it and killed many people. In the first month, so January 152nd, they encamped near Jerusalem. Then they set out for Berea. In the 20, they sent out with 20,000 men and 2,000 cavalry. Judas, with 3,000 picked men, camped at Elasa. When they saw the great number of troops, they were very much afraid. Many slipped away from the camp until only 800 remained. When Judas saw his army was melting away, Just as the battle was imminent, he was brokenhearted because he had no time to gather them back together. In spite of this discouragement, he said to those who remained, "Let us go forward to meet our enemies. Perhaps we can put up a good fight against them." They tried to dissuade him, saying, "Dude, get the fuck out. No, no, not gonna happen." But Judas said, what? No, I'm going to fight. Fuck y'all." Then the army of Bakhides moved out of camp, and took its position for combat. The cavalry were divided into two squadrons, and the slingers and archers came ahead of the army. And in the front, there were all the best warriors. So the best guys was up front. That's cool. Flanked by the two squadrons, the phalanx attacked as they blew their trumpets. And those who were on Judah's side also blew their trumpets. So they was like having a trumpet off. The earth shook with the noise from the army, and the battle raged on and on. That's Demo Gear, Progenies of the Great Apocalypse. Zero tolerance must be issued forth behind the enemy's line. Yeah, so it shall be written. Man, that's such a great song. I might put that song in the description because that is a great fucking song. Man, it's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the night. When Judas saw that Bakhides was on the right with the main force, all the most southern hearted rallied to him, and the right wing was crushed, and Judas pursued them as far as the mountain slopes. But when those on the left saw that the when those on the left saw the right wing crushed, they closed in behind Judas and those with him. The battle became intense, and many on both sides fell wounded. Then Judas fell, and the cockroaches fled. Jonathan and Simon took their brother Judas and buried him in the tomb of their ancestors in Modin. All of Israel wept for him with great lamentation. They mourned for him many days, and they said, "How the mighty have fallen. The Savior of Israel." The other acts of Judas and all his shit, they're not written anywhere else but right here, right now. Okay. Leadership of Jonathan. Jonathan succeeds Judas. After the death of Judas, the lawless raised their heads in every part of Israel, and all kinds of evildoers appeared. In those days, there was a very great famine, and the country deserted to them. Besides, it chose renegades and made them masters of the countries. These sought out and hunted down the friends of Judas and brought them to Bacchides, who punished and derided them. That sounds like terrible. Okay. There was a great tribulation in Israel, the like of which had not been seen since the time prophets ceased to appear among them. Mm. Then all the friends of Judas came together and said, John, ever since your brother Judas died, there has been no one like him to lead us. Yeah, because y'all motherfuckers ran. Yeah, lead you into what? Running? Bitch, bye. Man, these motherfuckers need to go somewhere. Oh man, we want to be led into battle. But you ran. Judas died because you ran. You do realize that. Did somebody tell them that? Somebody should have told them that. Mm. Mm-mm. Okay. Both Bacchides and those of our nation are hostile to us. Now, therefore, we have chosen you to leave you on a battlefield because we're scared. Shut up. Now, we have chosen you today, John, to be our ruler and leader in his place to fight our battle. Fight it yourself. Fight your own fucking battle. See, I don't like these people. Who's the king at the time of Mac? Does it say who the king is? From that moment, Jonathan was like, bet. All right, I'll let you guys leave me on a battlefield because you're scared. That is not what he said. Okay. Yep. Give me just a second. Okay. I'll be right back. 1 second. Press like and subscribe. I'll be right back. Where are we at? Okay. Bacchides pursues Jonathan. When Bacchides learned of it, he sought to kill him. But Jonathan and his brother Simon and all who were with him, all the men who fled and killed Judas, discovered this, and they fled to the wilderness of Tekoa, and camped by the waters. They camped by the pool of Asphar. Jonathan sent his brother as leader of the convoy to explore his friends Nabateans, to deposit with them their greatest quantity of baggage. But the tribe of Jambri from Medaba made a raid and seized and carried off John and everything he had. After this word was brought to Jonathan and his brother Simon, Jonathan sent his brother as leader of the convoy. Jonathan sent his brother as leader to implore his friends. But Jamboree made a raid and seized and carried off John and everything he had. But word was brought to John and Simon The tribe of Jamboree are celebrating a great wedding, and with a large escort, they are bringing the bride, the daughter of one of the great princes of Canaan, from Nadabeth. Remembering the blood of John, their brother, they went up and hid themselves under cover of the mountain. As they watched, there appeared a noisy throng with much baggage. Then the bridegroom, his friends, and kinsmen come about to meet with them with tambourines, musicians, and their instruments. Jonathan and his party rose up against them and killed them. Many fell wounded, the rest fled toward the mountain. All spoils were taken. Thus, the wedding was turned into mourning, and the sound of their music into lamentation. That's what you get. Having taken their revenge for blood, they returned to the marshes of the Jordan. When Bacchides heard of it, he came on the Sabbath. So he came on the Sabbath to the banks of the Jordan with a large force. Then Jonathan and his companions, let's go fight. Yeah, today is not like any other day, so let's go fight. What do you think? And then, oh, okay, yeah, so let us go fight. Yeah, this is going to be great. Cry now to heaven that you may be delivered from the hand of our enemies. When they joined battle, Jonathan raised his hand to strike Bacchides, but Bacchides backed away from him. Come on. Where are you at? Come on. Here, come on. Come on. Come on. Blue. Come on. I know. Okay. And then Bacchides backed away. Jonathan and those with him jumped into the Jordan and swam across to the other side. But the enemy did not pursue them. About 1,000 men on Bacchides' side fell that day. Blue, I'm trying to do this, okay? On returning to Jerusalem, Bacchides built strongholds in Judea, Jericho's fortress, as well as Emmaus, Beth-horon, Bethel, Timnath, Pharathon, and Taphon, with high walls, gates, and bars. In each he put a garrison to harass Israel. He fortified the city of Gazara and the citadel, and put troops in them and stores of provisions. He took as hostages the sons of the leading people, and put them in custody at the citadel. and 153 and February 153, Alcimus ordered the wall of the inner court be torn down, thus destroying the work of the prophets. But he only began to tear it down. Just as that time, Alcimus was stricken and his work interrupted. His mouth was closed and he was paralyzed, so that he could no longer utter a word or give orders concerning his household. This would be terrible. This would be the worst. This would be the worst. Alcimus died in great agony at that time. Bet he did. Seeing that Alcimus was dead, Bacchides returned to the king and the land of Judah, and the land of Judah was at rest for 2 years. What king, though? Hold on, Bacchides. That's Demetrius. Okay. When all the lawless took counsel and said, so when all the Democrats took counsel and said, Jonathan and those with him are living in peace and security. Let us have Bacchides return, and he will capture all of them in a single night. Have you met a Jew before? I don't think they have. So they went and took counsel with him. When Bacchides was setting out with a large force, he sent letters secretly to all his allies in Judea, telling them, seize Jonathan and his companions. But they blew. No? Okay. But they were not able to do this because Jews got a problem with snitching. In fact, Jonathan's men seized about 50 men who were leaders in the conspiracy and put them to death. Yeah, like, bye, bitch. Yep. Hopefully they did it publicly. When Jonathan and those with him, along with Simon, withdrew to Bethbasi, in the wilderness, he rebuilt its ruins and fortified it. When Bacchides learned of this, he gathered together his whole force and sent word to those who were in Judea. He came and camped before Bethbasi, and constructing siege engines, he fought against it for many days. Leaving his brother Simon in the city, Jonathan rolled out with some dudes into the countryside. He struck down Odomira and his kindred, the tribe of Phasiron. In their encampment, these men began to attack, and they were going up with their forces. Simon and those with him sallied forth from the city and set fire to the siege engines They fought against Bakhides, and he was crushed. They caused him great distress because the enterprise he planned was in vain. He was enraged with the lawless men who had advised him to invade. He killed many of them and resolved to return to his own country. Wow. So kill your dudes and don't come back. Okay. Jonathan learned of this and sent ambassadors to agree on peace with him and to obtain the release of prisoners. He agreed to do as John asked, and he swore an oath that he would never try to hurt him again. And he released to him the prisoners he had previously taken from the land of Judah. Thereupon, he returned to his own land and never came to their shit again. Then the sword ceased from Israel. Jonathan settled in Machmesh, and he began to judge the people, and he eliminated the renegades from Israel. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so we're doing a good job. We did a good job. Again, I'm sorry that it didn't work out the way it was supposed to this evening. Nothing ever does. But at least reading this book isn't going to take any longer, right? So that's an upside to people constantly canceling on me. It's like, don't you want to talk? Like, oh, no, I got stuff to do, man. Well, okay. But maybe Caveman will. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Maybe not. I don't know. Caveman is shy. I think that's what it is. People are just too shy to be on camera. It's like, have you seen me? Have you met me? I'm on camera. You can't be any worse than me. But whatever. Thank you for watching. I love you and have the greatest day ever. No. Have the sweetest dreams ever. Press like and subscribe. Scroll down there, press like and subscribe. I love you and have sweet dreams.